South Carolina hasn't seen a major hurricane in 26 years.
I was here during Hugo, and I learned from that.
The peak of hurricane season is just a few weeks away, and forecasters are still predicting a below-average season. We know getting the forecast right for the next week can be difficult, so how do scientists predict with some accuracy what will happen in the hurricane season months in advance?
We basically look at historical data, and we know which years in the past were active hurricane seasons, and we know which years in the past were inactive hurricane seasons. Then what we do is we go back and look for conditions that are present in the atmosphere and in the ocean prior to active and inactive seasons. In general, there's one set of conditions prior to active seasons and a different set prior to inactive seasons.
While these forecasts are fairly accurate for the number of storms we'll see in a season, how accurately can they forecast landfall?
If you were trying to issue a forecast for, say, South Carolina, there'd be no skill.
Regardless, many folks use these forecasts as a guide to plan and prepare for the upcoming season. Our chief meteorologist, Ed Piotrowski, speaks to thousands of people each year and hears the same response every time.
When I ask folks if they'll prepare if there are only 5 named storms in the forecast, almost nobody will raise their hand. But if I tell them there are 20 named storms in the forecast and then ask them if they'll prepare, just about everybody raises their hand.
But as history has shown us, the numbers don't matter.
1983 was the quietest season since 1950 on record, and it had one major hurricane, Alicia, that did a lot of damage in Texas.
No matter what the forecasts call for,
the public needs to prepare the same every hurricane season because it just takes that one storm to make it a very active season for them.
And even though it's been over 2 decades since a major hurricane has impacted South Carolina, there's no doubt one could happen again.
You got to leave if it comes.